Alex Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and Nicky Earnshaw. Good morning, Nick Earnshaw.
Good morning, Schweiner. Oh, nothing could be finer on this Saturday morning.
I got to tell you, man, what a really cool week in Philly sports. I mean, you had the Sixers get the third pick in the draft. The Flyers announced Rick Tocchet as their new head coach. The Eagles' schedule comes out, and the Phillies playing pretty good baseball, Nick Earnshaw.
Yeah, it's a solid week. Not too much to be negative about, but at 11 o'clock we'll get a little negative.
Yes, because at 11 o'clock we have Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda. You know where he is, don't you?
Yes, I actually do know where he is.
He's in Las Vegas.
It's Vegas with the boys.
You know he's going to come away a winner, right? He always wins.
Yeah, of course he does.
And that's another reason why I don't know why he's negative. He's always winning.
I know.
He'll find
he's
something.
so negative, and he's got to find something to be negative about.
You guys, he must have posted an excerpt from our show.
He did,
where I'm saying, this is how, Philadelphia used to be the city of losers for such a long time that everybody it was always skeptical of when you're not playing well, it just negative about things. And now that we're into the 21st century, the fortunes of Philly sports has turned around.
I mean, AG's with us today, and guess what? All she knows is winning in Philadelphia. She's seen 2 Super Bowls in her entire life. I mean, it's crazy.
Let's welcome back for an unprecedented
How about
two
that?
weeks in a row, Elijah Gray Schwein. Good morning, AG.
Good morning.
You're sitting with us as a co-host today, and how you doing, Doopy Doo?
Good.
All right, now Doopy Doo has never known losing.
That's what I mean.
She's had a great year.
She can't be negative.
Her basketball team at Christ the King goes 16-0-1. We had a tie.
I was there at the championship.
You were at the championship. They won a trophy that was bigger than her.
Yep.
Then the cheer team, she goes down to Florida, and they win the national championship down there.
Unbelievable. You just keep winning. You're a good luck charm, AG. We need you around some of these other teams in this city, for sure. Bring some good luck.
And then last night, what award did you win? She won an award last night.
We got Team of the Year.
Wow.
Is that unbelievable?
Unreal.
So the winning continues, and I got to tell you, yesterday was pretty cool. I had a busy day yesterday, Nick.
Oh, you were all over the place yesterday.
I went to the Tocchet press conference at the Wells Fargo Center, came home, tried to take a nap a little bit, but, on Fridays I'm racing around. And it was a big, huge thunderstorm last night.
I know.
You had your graduation, right?
Yeah, so I worked the Camden County College commencement. So I worked there and saw all the students get graduated. It was decent because we were covered, so it was okay. But I felt bad for some of the parents, the families. They got caught in the rain for a little bit. So, but other than that, the students were mainly dry, so it was cool.
So then I go over to the Phillies game, and AG, I got a bobble. You like the bobblehead? She got a
Zach
Wheeler bobblehead.
Yeah, I saw the Wheels bobblehead they were giving out last night. That's awesome. That's a collectible there, AG.
You better hold that forever. Don't ruin it.
Yeah.
All right. So AG got a bobblehead. The Phillies win 8-4. We'll talk Phillies baseball. And then today is the 105th running of the Preakness.
Oh, can't wait.
You know we're going to have
Jeffrey
Nash.
Love Jeff.
FastLaneHandicapper.com. And by the way, you guys, when you filled in for me, admirably, I appreciate that when I was away.
Thank you.
You and Josh broadcasted live from the Camden County Park for the Down and Derby Wine Festival, which was a great success.
Awesome.
But you had Tony Black on, who's a Hall of Fame jockey. He hit the trifecta.
I know.
He called it on your show,
On the show, he called it. And I asked him one question, and he gave an extended answer. It was awesome. It was like story time with Tony Black. We were learning so much from him.
He actually said,
awesome.
What do jockeys know? But I guess they know pretty
They
much.
know a lot. They know a lot. He knew a lot.
So we'll talk to Jeffrey Nash at 11:30 to FastLaneHandicapper.com. We got a great show lined up today. We're going to talk Phillies. We'll talk Eagles schedule. Listen, Nick, I know you and I are going to go round and round.
Before the show was already starting with this schedule.
But we're not going to go game by game right now.
No.
But what we're going to do today with the Eagles schedule is we're going to look at some of the games that you think the Eagles might have trouble in.
What worried about?
That you worry about.
And by the way, text us in 609-403-0973. What games are you worried about on the Eagles schedule?
How about a complete the record? Like some people might think 11-6, 12-5. Send us at 609-403-0973. What games do you think they're going to lose in the schedule?
Right. Yeah. Text them in.
And the Eagles are notoriously famous for slow starts. Is that no? You're laughing, but
I know. I'm not disagreeing.
Let's pretend we're in a court of law.
I'm not.
You have to answer yes or no. Do the Eagles are the Eagles notoriously famous for slow starts?
Yes.
What was their record after the first 5 games last year?
I don't care. No.
Games?
See, now you're twisting.
You
You're turning. You're twisting.
Just
and
answer
turning.
Judge, can I treat this kid as a hostile witness? Just answer the question. Just answer the question. What was their record last year?
Did they win the first game after the Super Bowl the last time?
They won the Super Bowl, but this year they're facing a Dallas Cowboys team that hasn't won anything in over 30 years.
It's going to stay that way.
Right?
It's going to stay
that way. They come in, and I just got a bad feeling about that first game. Everybody has it as a win.
I'm going to lose my mind at 11 o'clock. That's for sure. I'm going to lose my mind at 11.
I'm sure Mr. Negadelphian might back me up on that.
I'm sure he will.
I don't feel good about game one. We'll get into the Eagles' schedule. How about the Sixers? Now, this is a guard-heavy draft, would you say?
Yes.
And the Eagles, with the Sixers, the Phillies, the Eagles, the Sixers, one thing they don't need is
a guard.
Right. So, what do you think, Nick?
Well, Ace Bailey's caused a lot of controversy in this fan base. Some people think he's a fantastic prospect. Some people think he's a terrible prospect. Some people, now there's reports that they could trade back. I don't know. I mean, they're in a good spot, though. With this pick, they're in a good spot because they can make a lot of moves.
Number 3 overall.
He was.
All right, so we'll talk Sixers
so
basketball.
Wasn't Jahlil Okafor, too? But I'm just.
And then also I went down to the game last night. I interviewed Weston Wilson.
Oh.
And I also interviewed Max Kepler.
Oh, Kepler.
And the reason I was standing, so I'm standing, where you get to stand on the field, like, bro, I was right in the dugout. Like, right? And, everybody's around Nola talking to him about he's
going to the IL. Yes.
And Topper was there. But I looked for the other story. And when I was standing there, here comes Kepler. We made eye contact, and I said, I just showed him the mic. He came right over to me.
That's cool. That's awesome.
So you know what? I'm thinking I just wanted to take his temperature, see what kind of personality he has, what type of you could tell if somebody's really
you wanted to get his perspective
on some things.
Yes,
and then also Weston Wilson and Max Kepler. So we'll play those interviews and we'll talk some Phillies baseball.
Oh, it's gonna be great, and then we're gonna get into the Flyers
now
a lot today.
We're gonna get into the Flyers. On the other side, we're gonna play some of the interviews that I had.
Yes.
But right now, Nick, a lot of people are upset because the Flyers hired a former Flyer. They go, they're going back to. I don't buy into that. Rick Tocchet has been around the league. He's been away from the Flyers for a long, long time. He even said it himself, over 20-some years. I have no problem with this hire. Matter of fact, I think it's a great hire.
I like the hire too. Listen, I think. There, people were skeptical because it's the old brass, right? You're having former Flyers come in, run everything again. Like that's just how it's been for a while, and they haven't had success with that. That's the criticism. However, it seems like Rick Tocchet is the guy who he's a little bit of the opposite of Torts, right? He has some Torts in him, but all the bad stuff is out, right?
You're going to hear in the interview, I say
he's
Rick,
a communicator.
He's a communicator, very good, Nick. He's a communicator, but here's the thing: Rick Tocchet's played for all type of coaches that run the whole complete spectrum. He's played for Mike Keenan, who was like a authoritarian, right? Mike Keenan could never coach in today's NHL,
right?
He's also played for Scotty Bowman. He's also played for Ramsey. He's played for a lot of mild-mannered coaches.
And he could have had his pick of jobs, Billy, pretty much. He could have, and he chose to come back.
Because he's a Flyer.
And
you know what that means? It means he wants to win.
Yep.
He's also a Penguin. It hurts to say it, but I will be. He won a Stanley Cup as a player, and he won 2 as an assistant coach.
Yep.
and he's got deep roots in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
But that's not too far from Philly.
No, it's not. It's not. But listen, I think it's a good hire. It seemed like he was on board with the vision that Keith Jones and Danny Briere have set out for him, right?
And then I spoke with I spoke with Keith Jones. And it'll be wait to hear some of the things that he said, because I said, I basically asked him about like hiring from within, like, and I'm using it with quotations, a flyer.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Because Rick's not just a flyer. He won Stanley Cups
with other teams, and he coached other teams. The Coyotes team that he kind of helped make competitive, right?
Right.
That was a great team.
Their whole roster was depleted.
Yep. So I like this hire. I think this was a smart pick by Danny Briere, Keith Jones. I'm looking forward to hearing some of the things you got to ask. I can't wait for the audience to hear it.
By the way, I'm getting text messages. So I went to the game last. I went to the Phillies game last. My phone's blowing up. Apparently, you could see Rick Tocchet came over to me, gave me a big hug, and it was all over Action News.
Look at that. I'm going to try and find it.
I missed it. I didn't get to see it.
Let's see if I can try and find it on the interwebs, Schwein.
And then also when at the press conference, it was on NBC Sports Philly, right?
Yes.
So they had two people at either end of the podium, and they had the microphone. So if you raise your hand, you could ask a question. Well, they played it. You could hear me. I said, "This is Billy Schwein from 97.3." We'll play that. That was kind of funny. A lot of people responded to that too. It was pretty
That's
cool.
so great. I love it.
Wow, we got Doopy Doo here. Eliza Gray Schwein is in the house. We got a great show lined up today. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma, whether for commercial, residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more. Call the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates. They're licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll talk a little Flyers hockey. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Nick Earnshaw, and Eliza Gray Schwein, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Y'all are saying biscuits aren't as good as bagels for breakfast sandwich? The biscuit is better.
Cece, no,
the biscuit is better.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Y'all are having the wrong. I don't know who making y'all biscuits. Y'all are all off. Like, if you got a biscuit as the vehicle for the breakfast sandwich, I'll take that 10 times out of 10 over a bagel.
What?
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Hey, Nick Earnshaw here. Is your driveway or parking lot cracked, faded, or just looking worn out? Give it new life with R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. For over 14 years, they've been protecting driveways and parking lots with top-quality seal coating that lasts. Their expert team uses premium materials to seal, protect, and enhance your asphalt curb appeal and add years of durability. Don't wait for costly repairs. Call R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating at 609-513-4375 for your free estimate. R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. Seal today to last tomorrow.
What? All the budget has to be used now? And we can use all the media buy?
Javier's marketing firm just got its dream funding.
Okay, ideas. Bobbleheads? No. T-shirt cannon? I seriously need some help here.
He needs to find marketing managers who are worth every dollar.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Sponsoring a job on Indeed gives it a visibility boost so you can hire faster. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Viking Pest Control has your back this Memorial Day. Don't let pests ruin your backyard plans. Save $100 when you bundle pest control with mosquito and tick services with Viking. Enjoy a bite-free summer with Viking. Visit VikingPest.com. That's VikingPest.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Hey, Rick, it's Billy Schwein from 97.3 ESPN. The Flyers haven't made the playoffs in 5 years, and we've been told, obviously, it's a rebuild.
Yeah.
What are your expectations for this team this year?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think, getting everybody, get the team to play better. Like every individual has untapped talent, right? To whatever level it is, it's my job to untap it. I think the direction, I know where this is going, and I like the direction. I actually love the direction that these guys have laid out. I believe in it, and I want to be a part of the solution. It's just not me. It's not about Rick Tocchet. It's about everybody. But for me, I know what I got to do to keep this ball going. And there's a lot of tools here to work with. That's what has attracted me, Billy, to this job.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Nick Earnshaw, Elijah Grace Schweim, as we're going to be talking a little Flyers hockey now. I'm excited, Nick, and you heard Rick Tocchet.
He said it was a great question. That's what I heard.
Hey, man, I prepare. I prepare for these things.
No, and listen, I think that goes along with what the what the Flyers are trying to do, right? They are trying to build something. They have a vision. Danny Briere and Keith Jones have talked about it multiple times. We had them on last year talking about tempering expectations, right, and getting ready for this season. So I think it seems like he's on the same page as Briere, as Keith Jones, and that's kind of what I took away from some of those answers yesterday, including yours.
They could be on the same page, Nick, but we're 2 years away from being 2 years away from being 2 years away. At some point, it's now or never, right?
Yeah, at some point you had a lot of young players. You have some top picks too. But here's another thing that was interesting out of yesterday's press conference that I made a note of. That Danny Briere talked about that players will want to come here and play for Rick Tocchet. That agents have already reached out, supposedly,
right,
to Briere and been like, hey, what can we do here? And so I think that's very interesting too, is that he could draw free agents and speed up that process that you're talking about.
Now, I have a personal relationship with Rick.
Yes.
I've known Rick for a very long time. We were pretty good friends for a long time. The reason that question came to me, because, ironically, back in the day when he was a former Flyer, when we were hanging out, we used to pretend that I was the reporter and he was, he would answer my questions. And it was like surreal that I was in a real setting asking a real question. That's why you see that if you go to the YouTube if you go to the YouTube feed where you just put in Rick Tocchet press conference.
You're the last question.
You get to see the look on his face when he sees it, right? and it was, I know it came back to him instantly. We would sit in the car. You know what we used to do? We would drive. We say if we were driving somewhere, we were driving to like Atlantic City or wherever we were going.
Right.
You hit the on your car radio, you can hit that arrow, just like the seek button.
Yeah.
So we play the game where you just hit the button and whatever song came up, whoever said the song, the name of the song, and who sang it, you got a point.
There you go.
Isn't that a cool game?
That's a cool game.
Have you ever played that game?
No, I've never played that game.
The seek, you hit the arrow, it
Yeah.
goes to the very next radio station.
It's a little before my time.
Yeah. Yes, way before your time. But the point is, we used to spend a lot of time asking these questions. So when I was sitting there, okay, we've been told that this is a rebuild. We've been conditioned by the front office that this is a rebuild. It's going to take time, but how much time are we going to have here?
I mean, listen, you got to give them a chance to try and figure this thing out. I mean, things haven't gone their way.
There's a lot of people that don't like the Rick Tocchet hire.
I know.
I disagree. I like it.
I like it too, and it's for those reasons. And by the way, Briere and Tocchet have had a relationship for the longest time because Tocchet and Briere, they played together early in Briere's career, later in Tocchet's career when they were, I believe it was Arizona, right? It was with the Coyotes. Yeah. So he was kind of like a mentor to Briere at that point. Now it's kind of come full circle, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
In this whole thing. So I think that's a very interesting aspect of the whole thing, too.
So I got an opportunity to ask Rick Tocchet another question. By the way, he came right over to me, gave me a big hug.
It's called On Action News.
Yeah, it was called On Action News. I wasn't aware of it. But I got it. There were so many reporters around. But, I get another chance to ask him another question, and let's go ahead and play that. Toc, you played for a lot of coaches. You played for Mike Keenan. It was real tough on you. Yeah. You played for Scotty Bowman. Yeah. Have you taken a little bit from each one of those guys? Explain that.
100%. For Mike was an innovator as much as
he was tough on you.
As a tough guy, master task guy. I really learned a lot from him. Now, there's some tactics there that I wouldn't do today, but I learned a lot from him. But you go through these guys that you learn from, and like I said, Jim Schaffel was a father figure. You go like Craig Ramsey. When Craig Ramsey was here, real nice guy that you didn't want to not do well for them. He was just a nice guy, and just being around, Craig Berube. He was one of my best friends. I talked to him quite a bit. The John Coopers, and like I mentioned, DeBoer and Cassie. I have a great relationship with those guys, so I pick their brains. Even though they're the opposition, we still share ideas.
You try to incorporate a little bit from each one of those guys?
1,000,000%. But you got to be you shape yourself. Obviously, I have a different style, but those guys have really helped me.
Well, it's funny because he says Craig Berube is one of his best friends, and that's because they used to live together when they were Flyers, and they spent a lot of time in when they first came up. Yeah. By the way, I've been prodding Craig Berube, and he's been texting me while we've been on the air. And they won last night, big win for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They forced a Game 7. And I texted him. I said, Mitch Marner, you better light a fire under Mitch Marner's, his keister. And he said he played great last night. So, but these guys, they share. Rick said he talks to other coaches, and he picks their brain.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, and this is a new day and age, right? New player, new type of athlete. So I think he's a guy who's been around these younger players, kind of knows how to handle them, manage them, and I think it's going to be important, especially when you're rebuilding, right? When you're going through a little bit of a struggle with some growing pains, etc. With these young players, you have to have someone who's a calm communicator with them, and I think he might be the guy to do it, and I'm looking forward to watching this whole thing play out.
So a lot of people don't like the fact that he's friends and was a former teammate of Keith Jones.
Yeah.
He was
Briere.
He was good friend. Yeah, he played with Danny Briere. So a lot of people have a problem with that. I don't. And I asked Keith Jones this, and we're going to go ahead and listen to what his reaction is. Hi, we're talking with Keith Jones here, and Jonesy. A lot of people are making a lot of noise about hiring a guy from within, an old Flyer. I don't buy it. Obviously, you don't. But what drew you to Rick Tocchet?
It's Rick's ability to connect with people and then get his message through to players that are instantly going to respect what he's done, both as a player and more importantly as a coach. And he's coached in many different facets, including being assistant in Pittsburgh with superstar talent, where his role would be different than it would be as the head guy. I think that helps him recognize how important the assistants are, to use everyone, to be collaborative, to take advantage of all the assets that he has around him. So he is, in my mind, he's in a spot where he's starting to really round into an outstanding head coach.
I did ask Rick about has he taken a little bit from like Mike Keenan and Scotty Bowman and Ramsey and all the guys that he's worked for. Did that help make your decision easier?
It did, and talking to some of the guys that you just mentioned, and some of the guys that Danny did a lot of work and behind the scenes, talking to players that had played for him. It was a lot of gathering of information, and everything just kept coming back with the thumb up. So,
Jonesy, do you think, because you know him personally and you played with him, does that help you make your decision?
No, it wasn't. I think it's important to know the person. Right. You can get that through an interview process. We really got to know some of the other candidates well, too. And there was a lot of great qualities that they represented as well. Rick was just the best one. Knowing him, I guess it helps in some way, but I think you wouldn't have to know him to want to hire him. Right. So I'm sure that's why so many other teams tried to hire him.
And if you don't mind me asking, how many guys did you have? A lot of people you interviewed?
Yeah, we did. I close to 10.
Okay.
And it was a wide-ranging search of trying to make sure that we did, everything we could to find the best coach to help us move forward in our rebuild. And hopefully, we're not saying that word for a whole lot longer.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, so there you go. They interviewed over 10 coaches.
Yep.
I don't. There's something about Keith Jones. He comes across as being honest, real, and straightforward with the fans.
Yeah, I thought he was too. They don't. I think we get this misconstrued too when we talk about them, kind of tempering expectations. They don't want to go through this rebuild.
Well, you
for
just
this
heard
long.
him say it. He just said we hope we don't have to use this term too much longer.
But you have to do that to get to where you want to be and be a competitive franchise. You just have to. It's how it works.
Guess what? After this season, I don't want to hear about rebuild anymore.
All right.
No, I don't, because you know why? I'm giving them 1 year to make the play.
Mitchkoff just got here.
Wait a second. I'm not.
They have a sixth overall pick this year.
No, they got a lot of picks in the draft. Listen, not this year. I'm giving them a pass this year.
All right.
After next year, I've got my expectations are going to go way up.
Way up? What's way up?
Way up. And guess what? I'm going to have Rick Tocchet in this studio. I already asked him.
All right.
He's going to come in, and we're going to get the. You know what we're going to do? We're going to get the Chief and Tocchet here at the same time. How about that?
Chief's getting ready for a Game 7.
By the way, they real quick before we go to break, when they got their kicked in the other night, 6-1 they lost. I text them like literally right after the game, but I left them alone. I didn't say one word to them.
Yeah.
I know my boundaries there, kid.
There you go. Come on, Chief.
All right, on the other side, we're going to start talking some Phillies baseball, Nick Earnshaw.
Oh, can't wait.
I know Elijah Grace is into it, right, AG? Who's your favorite player?
Brandon Marsh and Aristea likes him too.
Yeah, ready for this?
Wow.
So yesterday, I'm on the field, and Brandon Marsh, you know what he's doing? He's working on shag and fly balls, because remember he dropped one the other day? Well, guess what? I saw him drop 3 in the outfield last year. I don't understand. All right.
He dropped 3 in warm-ups?
Yeah, in warm-ups.
That's confirmed from the Schweiner.
And I saw him throw his hat down. Yeah, man. I was
boy.
like, yeah. All right, so on the other side, we're going to get into some Phillies baseball. Hey, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. I want to tell you about about La Scala's Beach House. Nick, we love that back beach bar, right?
Oh, I love La Scala's.
Man, summer, like Memorial Weekend's next weekend.
It's here.
I can't wait. La Scala's opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Thursday through Monday. That's going to change real soon. They're at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk Phillies baseball. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Nicky Earnshaw, and Eliza Grace Schweim right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again and again. Call and again, again and again.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Tax season at Tom's River Volkswagen means we're paying the sales tax. Yeah, we've got over 1,000 vehicles on sale and we're paying the sales tax. Tell that nasty old tax man to go straight to Tom's River Volkswagen or Tom'sRiverVW.com because we're paying the sales tax.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein from The Locker Room. Pro Image Sports is proud to announce the opening of their brand new Ocean City Boardwalk store, located between 8th and 9th Street. They carry a huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' jerseys, clothing, headwear, and novelties for brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. If you're looking for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, or Sixers gear, or your favorite national team, Pro Image Sports has it all. For more information, stop by today or follow them online at fantreasures.com or on Instagram at ProImageOC. Tell them The Locker Room sent you.
With GMF financing, qualified buyers excludes Traverse and Corvette excludes prior sales.
It's Bennett Chevrolet's Memorial Day blowout with prices that won't be beat. That's right, Bennett Chevrolet selling new Chevys at GM supplier employee prices. And you keep all the rebates, saving you as much as 20%. Who else can make an offer this good? Nobody. That's who. Get to Bennett Chevy's Memorial Day blowout all this month and save up to 20% on new vehicles with GM supplier employee pricing. And you keep all the rebates. Plus, you'll save even more with Bennett's available 0% financing. And if you're looking for your best deal on pre-owned, Bennett's paying a minimum $10,000 for any trade, no matter the mileage or condition. You'll get at least 10 grand towards any pre-owned. Imagine how much more Bennett pays for a good trade. And there's no need to negotiate. Never any haggles or hassles, because our non-commissioned sales team is paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Together, let's drive. Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Nicky Earnshaw, and Eliza Grace Schweim in with us in the studio. And, of course, you can watch us on the X platform right there or the YouTube channel. Go to my website, thelockerroombillyschweim.com. Scroll down, hit the button. You can see us right there. I got my. By the way, Nick, you didn't. Although I do like your Kelly Green ESPN locker room shirt, I've got the jersey that the Negadelphian gave to us.
Yeah, the Negadelphian did give us the jerseys. I actually had that on the other day. I actually showed my students that the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I love it. All right, let's talk Phillies baseball because last night I did go to the game and we have a couple interviews. We will play them in a few minutes, but. The first observation I want to make, Nick Earnshaw.
I might walk out of the studio right now.
The first observation I want to make, Nick Earnshaw, is just I don't say stuff just to get a rise out of you.
No.
I say stuff because it's real.
And you believe it, and that's why I'm about to walk out.
But here's the thing. When you are slumping and when you are a serious player, when you really care about your craft in the sport, you'll do almost anything to turn your fortunes around. Would you say yes to that?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I've been proposing that Alec Boehm and Brandon Marsh, who were admired in horrible slumps, do something, change something up about their routine. Not that I'm really, really that superstitious, but something to change the dynamic. And I said maybe get a haircut. Maybe do something different, maybe use a different bat. Maybe change your underwear. Do something, but something that the fans can see. So that would be an outward look, right?
Right.
Like cut your hair, shave your beard.
Correct.
Well, guess who shaved his head? Guess who got a nice haircut? Yeah,
Tell
you
the
can
audience.
say it. You can say it, nigga. It's not going to hurt you.
Bryce Harper shaved his head.
You know what? His batting average already went up like 18 points.
And
last night he went 3 for 4. And he's
This is May 12th. He shaved his head, right?
Right.
All right. I just want to see what he's batting since that.
He's batting 348.
Since he shaved his head.
He was down to 230 or something. 229.
Oh Lord.
He started to come out of it. You know why? Because he's a great player and he'll do whatever it takes to win. All right? These guys that worry about their hair, like Eliza Grace, who's your favorite player?
Brandon Marsh and Aristeo.
All right, so all he does is, puts water on his hair.
Yeah.
He's worried about what he looks like. I care about what he plays like.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, he shaved his head, and I can't believe it.
Did you say you agree? You want to walk out, but you agree. You do agree with me, but you do want to walk out.
No.
Now listen, I'm not saying
I agree in the sense that you got to do something different. You got to shake something up. I don't know if shaving
listen,
your
how about
head
this? How about this? Not shave your head, but get a haircut. How about if Brandon Marsh trimmed his beard? How about do something? But here's the thing, and it's not, and I want to make this perfectly clear, that I'm not saying that if he does something like that his fortunes are going to change around, he's going to all of a sudden knock the cover off the ball. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it looks like you're trying to do anything it takes to win, to improve your game.
Right.
All right? It just shows the fans how much you care. That's all it does. It's not guaranteed to make you hit 10 home runs.
He's batting 294 since he shaved his head on May 12th.
There you go.
294.
You can live with that, right?
5 hits and 17 plate appearances.
Knocked it his 1,000. He's got 1,000 RBIs for his career.
Yes, he had 1,000 RBIs last night, batting 294 since the shaved head. All right.
Am I crazy, Nick Earnshaw?
You are crazy, but you are crazy.
And
but
by
this
the
one,
way, it's so funny because I was the first one that I know of in all of this area to start saying this.
You were.
Now it's all over the place. I heard it on other radio stations, newspapers, even major national shows.
But it wasn't for Harper.
Wonder where they got it from, Nick.
But you did start it. So I will give you credit there.
Thank you.
He's turned it around a little bit. He had 3 hits last night. Yeah. So, all right, 2 hits in the first game when he shaved his head. He's got 5 hits since then. All right, I'll give it to him.
And
I'll give it to you, too.
I gave you a bobblehead last night. Who was it, Zach Wheeler?
Yeah.
You got a Zach Wheeler bobblehead for all the people
Now,
last
it was
night.
cool. A couple of the beat reporters reported this, too. So they gave out the Wheeler bobblehead last night.
Right.
But they also, I think what it was, the cream jersey, right?
Yeah,
that he was in?
yeah.
But they also gave out special bobbleheads to certain fans. It was in the City Connect bobblehead.
I wouldn't want that. I don't.
That was they only had certain select ones.
Do you like the City Connect?
No.
I don't hate him anymore. I don't hate him like I used to.
No, I can't.
But I just don't. I like the Phillies pinstripes.
Yeah, I like the pinstripes. I like the cream.
Powder blue.
The
cream is my last one.
I like the accessories of the City Connect, but the actual uniform, I'm out.
All right. The big news from yesterday was not only did the Phillies win, but Aaron Nola goes on the 15-day DL IL, retroactive to the 15th of May.
Yes, correct.
Now, I really like Aaron Nola. I've had an opportunity to interview him, talk to him a couple times, but when I saw him take a million pictures, there were kids that were behind the privilege to get that on the field. They were special needs children.
Yes.
Okay, he took his time. When I saw him take his time, sign every autograph, take every picture, interact with these kids. I don't like. He's mired in it. He's having his worst start ever. You think he would be like mad and like walk away? No, he does stuff for charity. He's mild mannered and he took his time with the kids. I'm on Aaron Nola's side.
Yeah,
he's going to come out of this slump because he's a good guy.
Yeah, and the report was that he suffered this injury on May 8th in Tampa, in Florida, against the Rays. It was during outfield agility drills when he first started feeling discomfort.
And it's the foot that he plants, right? When he comes down. That's gotta throw off his rhythm, his mechanics a little bit.
Yeah, so
not a lot, but enough to tweak it, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's 1-7 with a 6.16 ERA this year in 9 starts.
He didn't just get bad overnight.
No.
He's just not. He's in a slump.
Josh,
like batters. He's going to come out of it,
our
Nick.
buddy Josh did kind of call this. I will give him credit. He called it.
That something's wrong, right?
Yeah.
So that something's
a little
wrong.
bit of phantom injury, right? They're going to send him to the IL for a while, try and get another pitcher up here. McAble going to start against Paul Skeens tomorrow. Billy, that's going to be exciting.
So I got to tell you, here's another thing. Taiwan Walker walked by me, and I was reluctant. I have been totally impressed with his attitude.
Yeah, and he's going to probably rejoin the rotation now. He'll probably get some starts.
I want him to get back in there. I want the Phillies because he could have gone. He could have gone the other way.
Yeah,
he was mired. He was having such a horrible stretch, like really bad, where everybody really was like, "Get rid of him. He stinks." You know what? It didn't affect his enthusiasm for the team. He stayed on the top step. He high-fived everybody when they came. He was a great teammate. And now his ERA is like 2.94 or something. He's pitching really well. I admire the guy. I want him on. He's got good character.
Yeah, I hope he continues to pitch well. I mean, you can never have enough pitching. Now you got McAble coming up, Andrew Painter waiting in the wings. I love where the Phillies. Yeah, that's
and
a good
all of a
problem
sudden,
to have.
hey Nick, all of a sudden, Dave Dombrowski looks pretty smart, doesn't he?
In what sense, though? I mean, in what sense? All right.
Well, everybody was worried about Jordan Romano.
It's still May.
All right, and it is still May.
It's still May.
But guess what? I think they made it through their.
I still think they need another bat.
All right.
I still think another bat and another bullpen arm would not hurt.
All right. So I'm standing there yesterday, and here comes Max Kepler. And Max Kepler, really, I mean, he's a free agent. We brought him in from the American League. I thought we'd get a little bit more out of him. And I was curious about just to see what kind of temperament he has. Let me just see if I can get him. So as he was walking over, I said, "Hey Max, can I ask you? It's Billy Schwein from 97.3. Can I ask you a couple questions?" He said, "I'm going in the cage." He goes, "I'll come right over." So okay, I said, "Great, perfect." He came right over.
Nice.
Let's play that interview. Max Kepler, and how's the adjustment been coming from the American League to the National League?
Nothing really that stands out to me. Earlier in the year, so a lot of night games, which has been a tougher turnaround, when you get into a day game, a lot of night games that go into the next night game, so we're getting in at 3, 4 in the morning, and then having to wake up and go to the yard and play a night game the next day. Less of that in the American League, or in the Twin system specifically, so that's been new, but other than that, pretty much the same stuff.
Your move over here to Philadelphia, how's it been as far as getting settled? I mean, it's got to be a big change for you playing in a different city.
Yeah, I mean, game's the same,
right?
And you got a new group of guys, which I got to really get to know during spring training. But other than that, everything's very similar. I unfortunately haven't really gotten to experience the city yet because I'm busy with playing. But anything I've experienced has been positive and great.
And how do you like playing in front of these fans?
It's fun. It's fun. They bring the energy. Win or lose, the energy's there. And like I said before, I prefer to play in front of energy, whether it's, positive, negative, opposed to no energy at all.
So you don't mind when, if things aren't going well and the fans getting on you? You want to hear it, I guess, a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I think it shows that they want the team to win, you know? And not saying the teams I played for in the past are not anything like this, but you want energy, you want to hear the crowd regardless of, playing well or playing bad. You want to hear them there behind you. And if it's not going well, the pressure that they put on you pushes you and motivates you, opposed to no energy at all. So I like it. I thrive on it.
That's refreshing to hear. From a fan perspective, you would think that players hear how tough it is to play in Philly. They don't want to come anywhere near here.
I mean, it's preference.
Right.
Some prefer to be playing in a comfortable atmosphere, where there's only an applause when you're doing well, and then crickets when you're not doing well. But I like it when there's energy, regardless. When there's crowd atmosphere and there's noise. Obviously, some might say, you don't want to have the foul language around the kids and all that. But I can't control that.
All right. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Good luck.
I don't know. He seemed like a mild-mannered guy. One thing I was impressed with, the size of the Phillies, these players are huge. And I know it doesn't matter in baseball when I always say, because Josh knows, I say big guys beat up on little guys.
Yeah.
And that holds true in football, hockey, and basketball. But not in baseball. That being said, these guys are huge.
Yeah, they're professional athletes, so they're going to be a little jacked.
I just wanted to see his demeanor.
I liked
you know
it.
what I mean?
I liked
and when he said, I thrive on that, he's batting 220. I could have said, I could have gotten into I don't know, not, why are you in a slump? He doesn't know. He can't answer that question, but he said I thrive on that type of atmosphere, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I loved his answer about the energy of the fans, and even
he also alluded, Nick. He also said that he's not going to say that didn't happen wherever he played in Minnesota.
Yeah,
so he wasn't ripping the Minnesota fans, but he likes playing here.
Yeah, I mean, I liked his answer. Even when things aren't going great and they get on you a little bit, he doesn't mind that. He likes the pressure. So I thought that was an interesting conversation you had there with Kepler there, Schweiner.
Yeah, you gotta just take the temperature of the team, especially when the guys are in a slump. That's what I'm saying. When Aaron Nola, when I talked to him, was a couple weeks ago when I interviewed him, right?
3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I think.
For him to be so gracious with the kids and come right up to me and answer every single question. That's a character. He's not playing well. He's got to be his head's got to be spinning, and now there's a reason why.
Yeah, now he's on the IL. You're gonna get Mick Abel tomorrow. That's gonna be fascinating. I actually got to call some of Mick Abel's games when he was in Low A.
Get out, really?
So
Did you?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find some of those clips from back a couple of years ago.
Let me ask you about Trey Turner, because by the way. Who's running the books anymore? They give hits to everybody.
Oh yeah,
it's a disgrace.
They do give hits to literally everybody.
No, I'm not saying that Trey should have had an error on that play, but that's a ball he should have had.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, his range isn't that good anymore.
I agree. He's always had trouble
hitting the ball, but is that a good trade-off, Nick? He's batting .302.
Yep.
All right, so we can live with that then, right?
He's been hitting the baseball as of late. I mean, you got to give him credit. He's been hitting. He's been doing what he's needed to do, right? He has been hitting the baseball. Defensively, that's another problem. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get negative.
Let's not negative. We got the Negadelphian for that.
In about 10 minutes. So, we'll save the negative energy.
Let me ask you this question. Nick Schwarber, to me, is playing much better in the 4-hole than he is offensively than he was in the
he
1-hole.
Was good in the top spot anyway.
No, he wasn't. He was not good in the top spot. He hit home runs in the top spot. He got on base, but he couldn't hit for. He was batting 191, Nick.
Oh gosh.
Nick, he was batting 191.
Like 50 home runs sitting in the first
yeah,
spot.
all right,
but they won games when he was there.
They're winning games. They're winning games now, Nick.
Fine,
the team is 26 and 18.
I have said I have no problem with him because they have nobody to protect Harper. You can't trust Castellanos. You can't trust Bohm, even though Bohm's been pretty good.
Castellanos is batting 278.
I get it. But you don't have that right hand. You don't have that. That bat behind Harper that can protect him. Schwarber can protect Harper.
I love Nick Schwarber in the 4-hole. I've been telling you this, Nick. You got to listen to me.
But they won when he was leading off.
They're winning now.
Okay, that's fine. You can put him anywhere. He's having an MVP-like year.
Tomorrow on the program, as we do each and every Sunday, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green. I think Suarez is looking good. We're going to talk to Tommy Green about Suarez. What do you think, Nick?
Well, you got to talk to him about Mick Abel, too, who's starting tomorrow. That's a massive game tomorrow. Mick Abel versus Paul Skeens. That's appointment television. That is appointment television tomorrow.
By the way, Schwarber was moved up to the, 4th spot all time at 44 times on base in a row or something like that?
Wait,
48?
say that again?
Schwarber reached base 45
Well, yeah,
games in a row.
it ended on the doubleheader the other day. He didn't get
and then he came back game 2 and had a home run.
I know, and I'm very upset about it because, he got on base. There's a game day. So, I mean, we should count it. No, I'm just kidding. But
he's great in that 4th spot, isn't he, Nick?
He's great in that top spot, too.
He's
Unfortunately, nobody can protect Harper.
Great in that
You can
4th
put him
spot.
anywhere. You can put him anywhere.
A traditional offensive batting order, he should be in 4th. He should be batting 4th. In any normal situation, he's batting 4th.
They went to the playoffs and went to a World Series. They won 90-plus games with him in the top spot. I mean, he did pretty good.
By the way, are you looking at the batting averages right now?
I don't have them up in front of me.
You know what Bohm is batting now?
I believe he's like, in this month he's batting over 300. I know that.
Right.
The month of May, right?
He's a big dude. So I stood next to him. He's got to be like 6'4". He's huge.
I know he's a big guy.
Well, you know what he's batting?
He's got a beautiful swing too when he makes contact.
You know what he's batting, Nick? 261. And
because he's had such a good month of May.
He trimmed his hair.
Here we go with the buzz cuts.
I didn't say buzz cut. I said I should get a haircut.
Harper buzzed his hair. Harper buzzed.
That's good.
Harper buzzed.
So he worked. So he trimmed his hair a little bit. Now we just need Marsh to get on board, and everything will be all hunky dory.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Oh, we didn't even play the Weston Wilson interview.
We can get to it a little later.
We'll get to that later.
We got it later.
All right, maybe I'll play that tomorrow.
There you go.
I'll save that for tomorrow.
There you go.
Because that was a good one, too. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees it fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday's show, we'll take a look back at the Phillies weekend against the Pirates. Where do the Phillies go now with Aaron Nola on the injured list? We'll discuss with Mike McGarry, plus Football at 4 with Jeff Mosher. And we'll take a look at all the possible Sixers scenarios as they own the 3rd pick. That's all, Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
The perfect time to upgrade your carpet is right now. Get free carpet installation with the purchase of Home Decorators Collection Special Order Carpet. Give your floors a new, softer feel from timeless and trendy options with the performance to support everyday life. Refresh your carpet today with the Home Depot. Offer valid May 15th through June 1st, 2025. Receive free basic carpet installation with the purchase of Home Decorators Collection Special Order Carpet. Excludes stock carpet.
Greetings, Boomtown. Ever since this neighborhood switched to Xfinity Internet,
the Wi-Fi is booming!
Xfinity combines the power of internet and mobile with one all-in plan.
So we've all got lightning-fast, secure Wi-Fi speeds at home and on the go with Wi-Fi Power Boost from Xfinity Mobile.
You get the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best in-class equipment and unlimited data included. Plus, add an unlimited mobile line.
All for only $40 a month for 1 year. To celebrate this combo, we're mashing our shows together.
It's everything you need all in one plan. Plus, learn how to get a free 5G phone with a premium unlimited line. Now, sit back and relax with the smooth, relaxing sound
of face-melting acid metal!
Brilliant.
Visit Xfinity.com to learn more. Ends June 23rd with paperless billing and autopay to stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet gateway required. Texas fees extra. After 1 year rate increases to $110 a month. After 2 years, regular rates apply. Actual Wi-Fi speeds vary. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed broadband experience report August 2024.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Nick Earnshaw. I just want to remind people, on June 28th, the third annual Cornhole Tournament at for Tara's Happy Boxes nonprofit will be held. Players can sign up. It's $100 per team. Players arrive at 9:30. Tournament begins at 11. That's June 28th. At 108 East Dawes Avenue in Summers Point. Tara's Happy Boxes. Reach out to them. Let's see, do we have a phone number? I don't think so. But you reach out to Tara's Happy Boxes, a nonprofit. They got all kind of food, beverages, and fun for all family. Tara's we had them in the studio.
Yeah.
We had Miss New Jersey in the studio.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
All right, Nikki on the other side. I can't wait to hear Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda. What he has to say about the Eagles' schedule, because I think you and I have a little bit of a disagreement, but I can guarantee you that Mr. Negadelphia and I are going to be in lockstep.
I'm sure you will be. I guarantee you will be.
And then on the other, it's 150th Preakness. We'll talk with the Fast Lane handicapper himself, Jeffrey Nash. I can't wait for that. Sovereignty's not running, Nick.
No Triple Crown.
That stinks. We'll get into all of that and more. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Nicky Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Here in New Jersey, it's one wow after another after another after another. I'm Chief Meteorologist Dan Zero. If you're ready for a hiking adventure packed with views, nature, and fresh air, it's time to hit the Appalachian Trail. Yes, the Appalachian Trail, right here in New Jersey. We've got 72 miles of scenic stretches, winding through forests, past lakes, and up to wow-worthy vistas. Snap some post-worthy pics, breathe deep, and find your own trail magic right here in the Garden State. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of wow.
I'm ready. Let me just grab my bag. Sweatpants, huh? Didn't know we were keeping it casual this month. Yeah, I feel bloated every now and then.
You have to try new Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies. They have prebiotics to nourish good bacteria, probiotics to help relieve occasional bloating, and postbiotics for immune support.
All that in one gummy?
Yep. So no sweatpants next time?
Not anymore.
Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies for gut health support. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
It's time to make your yard the best on the block with Memorial Day savings at the Home Depot. Start by keeping the weeds at bay with Earthgrow mulch, now 4 for $10. Then keep your garden thriving with Miracle-Gro garden soil, now on special buy, 4 for $10. Give your neighbors yard envy all summer long with Memorial Day savings going on now at the Home Depot.
Hey, get in.
What? Who are you?
I'm future you. Constipation with belly pain still coming back?
Yeah.
Mia, our doctor figured it out. She said it's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist, because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Ready to make the home improvements you've been talking about forever? Go see Filling Marble and Tile Outlet, Philadelphia Avenue in Egg Harbor City. Right now, you can get 25 to 50% off the list price of tile. We're talking marble and granite tile. Their showroom is full of ideas for kitchens, bathrooms, vanities, and more. For generations, home and business customers have trusted Filling Marble and Tile Outlet for their upgrade choices. You should too. Visit Filling Marble and Tile Outlet, Philadelphia Avenue and Route 30 in Egg Harbor City now for their tile sale. FillingMarble.com. FillingMarble.com.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They've got him! It's a sack!
Sixers.
Oh, baby!
And Flyers.
He scored!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
To the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein and Nick Earnshaw. We lost Elijah Grace. I think she got a little, the attention span's not too long, but she said that. I'm bored.
She's out. She's out. She got her airtime.
She got her airtime. She's done. Her girlfriends, you have to see her on YouTube, and that's it.
Yep, that's it. So,
Nikki, the Philadelphia Phillies bullpen. They didn't get off to a good start, but they've turned it around
a little bit.
Yeah, so, over the last 19 games, the bullpen's ranked second among all bullpens in Major League Baseball in walk rate. They're in strikeout rate, the WHIP. They've done a great job.
They've turned it around. It's been much better since the start of the season. We'll see if that stays consistent throughout the entirety of the year and into the postseason, because we've seen good starts before and bad starts, and things tend to change. A lot of baseball left.
All right. I can't wait to bring up Mr. Negadelphia because we're going to talk about the Eagles' schedule, and I know you and I don't disagree, and I think you even got Mike Gill all worked up.
Yeah, you got him.
I got him worked up, but it's still 50%. Well, we'll get into that. So now it's time for Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, sponsored by the Vassar Pool Service. Not happy with your pool, people? Call Vassar Pool Service, 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you. That's the Vassar Pool Service, 609-204-6939. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room all the way from Las Vegas, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda. And I didn't even recognize you with that mustache.
What's up, gentlemen?
What, you got a caterpillar on your lip? What is that?
He looks like Paul Skeens or something. Skeens.
You're going to go out to Vegas, you got to wear a stash, man.
Well, you don't want anybody to recognize you?
You guys, listen, you want to leave it all here like I'm a new person, man. You know what I mean?
You don't have glasses on or nothing.
Nah, man, you wouldn't even know me if I walked by you. You know what I mean?
Is that Mr. Posidelphia?
I was going to say, Vegas, Vegas is a crazy town, man.
Listen, I love it out here. I come out here once a year with my buddies, and we're degenerate gamblers, so we come out and.
How many guys you with?
I got 4 guys. I got a huge suite here. We got multiple rooms and everything.
It's like The Hangover.
At what casino you in?
I'm at the Wynn. Actually, that's the only place to stay if you go to Las Vegas. I'm not sure that we're going to get any credit for this, but we should plug them. You know what I mean?
All right, Mr. Negadelphia, let's start off with the 76ers. They get the 3rd pick, but the Sixers have not been their track record is not great picking in the their first picks. The only one that really materialized was Joel Embiid, and look where that got us.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people are talking about that guy Ace. You know, the kid coming up. That's the one that they're looking at. I guess.
Right.
Is that right, Nick? Yeah. I mean,
Ace Bailey. Yes.
Yeah. So Ace, but like the thing is that everybody's saying he's a one-dimensional player. We're gonna have another Simmons situation over here where he's really good at this, but he can't pass the ball. He doesn't play defense. It's like the opposite version. If you could combine him and Simmons together, they would be an incredible basketball player.
So you're not excited about the Sixers picking in the 3rd spot?
Nah, man. And then they're talking about as long as Josh owns that team, I'm not excited about it. And it's true, and they're talking about revamping. It's like, look, man, you got to win games. That's what's got to happen. You know what I'm saying? You want the fans to come back, win some games. That's how we'll get there.
We're talking with Mr. Negadelphia, P.J. Corda, as we do each and every Saturday, brought to you by the Vassar Pool Service. P.J., the Sixers, Morey was on. He spoke a lot. Mike Gill had Nick Nurse on his program. They're going to go back. We're going to start the season with Joel Embiid. With Paul George.
What did you guys expect to happen?
No, wait. I'm just saying we're starting. But here's the question, Nick. Before you get all excited, do you expect a different outcome?
Absolutely not. I can't imagine it being. First off,
he's right, Nick. Wait, hold on, PJ. Mr. Negadelphia, you're a businessman. You interview people. What do they give you when you get a new person that wants to come to work for you? What's he hand you? He hands you a resume. Yes. On that resume has his her accomplishments. When Joel Embiid hands you his resume, the first thing you see is how many games he misses. He's always hurt. Same with Paul George. So what makes you think we're going to get a different outcome?
At this point, I think we can all agree that if you saw Joel Embiid's resume, it would say he's a part-time worker all these years. He did not work full-time. He hasn't worked full-time in years. I mean, it's been years that he's actually showed up. I mean, if you don't show up for 80% of the games in a season, you know, I don't even know if we were to somehow magically win a championship, I don't know if we should give him a ring. You know, I don't know if they deserve it.
They'll give him half a ring. Well, give him half a ring.
Is there a certain amount of games they got to play to deserve that ring? I think there's a certain amount you got to get.
Like, when you work in a business, you have to work so many days to qualify for like for vacation time.
And he's open about it. He's said it multiple times. He said it last year. He's like, I can't be playing back-to-back games. It's like, you can't be playing 2 games in a row. You're a professional athlete. Like, this is embarrassing.
He just had, microscopic another knee surgery.
You didn't even let me finish. But that's the point. He's always hurt.
I understand that.
So the question is to PJU, do you expect a different outcome?
He was bad this year. He was bad last year. Now he had surgery. You think he's going to come back better?
It's the same thing that's happened every single year. It's if they stay healthy. You don't even let me finish.
Big if.
You're not even letting me finish. If they stay healthy, they have a shot. That is it. This team, they didn't even get to play together last year because of the injuries. And that's the problem. You're stuck. You were stuck with this core no matter what heading into next year. By the way, that was the only season Daryl Morey's ever had in his career. They were under 500, okay? So I trust they've drafted well when Daryl Morey's been here. Jared McCain, Tyrese Maxey, I'm just saying, they've drafted good players. Last year it was a wash. They were hurt. So you got to give him another shot.
Look at we're on the X platform and we're on YouTube. There is nothing more priceless than his facial expression
with the caterpillar across his lip.
Listen to what you're saying. It's priceless.
You know, like you're saying that, hey, it's because of the injuries, and it just comes down to this, man. Like these aren't 24-year-old kids out there playing basketball.
Well, Morey also admitted in his press conference in multiple interviews with John Clark, etc., that they made a mistake signing older players. They're trying to go younger this year, and you have the 3rd pick. You are in a great position with that 3rd pick if you want to trade it for assets, whatever it may be, or take a player there. You're in a good spot because you could do a lot with that pick. So the Sixers are in a good spot right now. However, if they are injured next year, you're not going to go anywhere. But you're stuck with them. You signed them to 2 long-term deals in Paul George and Joel Embiid. Those contracts are not going anywhere, okay? They're here. There's no value for those players at the moment.
Well, but that's the problem, Nick. You know, I mean, we did sign up for it. And if they were playing great, we could package it up, trade them. Like you could trade or get something out of them. But you can't trade Joel Embiid to another
You can't.
team.
You're not. But that's the thing. You have to go back into the next season with this core because you can't get value for either of those players. It's not going to happen.
Or option C, maybe we could get a doc to evaluate this and say, hey, he can't physically play. We know this. Okay? We can watch and you let him, and you get part of that money. I don't know how it works, but you get some money back.
The medical retirement.
The medical retirement. That's the option that I think we should be leaning towards if we want to win some games. That's what I think.
We got to give Mr. Negadelphia. Who's he look like? We got to come up with something he looks.
I
got to tell you, this is tough to look at you with that worm across your face, man. It's funny, man. You don't even look like. It's like I'm not even talking to Mr. Negadelphia.
Yeah. Real quick. Wait, real quick before I forget. Today is Miro Ketsik's birthday. I want to give him a shout out.
Miro.
We love Miro.
Happy birthday, Miro. All right, let's talk about this. PJ, Mr. Negadelphia. The Eagles' schedule came out. They open up with the Eagles.
The Eagles open up with the Eagles? The Cowboys.
The Cowboys. What did I say?
You said the Eagles.
I'm getting all excited.
Yeah, I got you.
The Eagles open up week 1 with the Cowboys, okay? I love the fact that they're playing the Cowboys, but the Eagles are notoriously famous for getting off the slow starts.
What do you mean notorious?
Well, it just seems like they're like...
The 70s, yeah.
In the 80s and the 90s. And look, you said... They got off to a bad start last year. The year before that, they were 5-0. It's 50-50.
Let me go through them real quick. 50-50. The past 5 seasons, 2-3 to start the season. Their first 5 last year. 5-0 in 2023. 5-0 in 2022. 2-3 in 2021 and 1-3-1.
So that's under 500, right? That's 3 seasons they started under 500, and 2 seasons they had a great start. So I would say they're famous for 7 slow starts. Would you agree with that, PJ?
Yeah, I mean, we don't. It takes us some time to get rolling. Yeah.
Right. So I think all I said to Nick, I said, everybody thinks they're going to. Everybody that I talk to, everybody you read about, they're going to beat the Cowboys in week 1. I'm not so sure.
Well,
they're thinking they don't even tackle in the preseason.
I just feel as the returning Super Bowl champs that, I know they wanted to get us some prime time and, but the schedule is rough. Like Thursday night for the first game of the season, it doesn't feel exactly the same as football. I like a Sunday game to start off, but it is what it is. But I did end up getting some tickets to that game. And, if you guys want to go to that game on Thursday night.
PJ, the locker room guys would love to go
You
to that
know
game.
we're not going to turn that down.
We're not going to turn that down. As a matter of fact, if we go, they'll win.
Oh, now they're going to win. He's done a complete 360 now because you're going to take it to the game, PJ.
Well, we got to make a decision, too, okay? You got to decide what kind of fan you are. I have a box that we can sit in where we can eat some nice food and hang out. And then I also have first row, 50-yard line for the game. So we got to decide where we want to be.
What about 700 level? We going nosebleeds?
There's
no
no
nosebleeds?
There's no such thing. They're all wine and cheese eaters up there, cheese crowd. It's not like it used to be. Oh, that's a good question, PJ. What kind of fan are we, Nick? Are we luxury box? Or are we down with the peeps on the 50-yard line?
I think I got to be down with the peeps,
I
man. I'm a
think so.
nosebleeds
I don't know,
guy.
man. I don't know.
700 level.
I don't know, man. Well, you'd be drinking for free up there, right? Eating all kind of food.
True. This is true. Bill, you got to weigh out the.
You got your own private bathroom?
Yeah. Billy is going to need that.
Yeah, you eat all that food, you're going to need a bathroom.
All right, last but not least, PJ, what are your feelings on the hiring of Rick Tocchet?
So, me and my buddies were discussing it this morning. And, Tocchet's got an impressive career. First off, he was coach of the year 2 years ago.
He's won 3 Stanley Cups. 1 as a player with the Pittsburgh Penguins, 2 as a coach as a Penguin.
That's what I'm saying. So, he's got talent behind him. He can coach. So, I think that it's going to be a longer – this is not going to be the easiest road he's ever coached. But I think that it's a step in the right direction. And I think if we commit to him and have a good long-term game, we could see something. It's probably not going to be next year, okay? But, hopefully we can do better than we did this year for sure.
Well, I just interviewed Keith Jones. We played that earlier in the program, and he said we don't want to use that moniker anymore of rebuild. It's something we're going to have to get away from, and next year is probably the last year. Right, Nick? Nick,
Yeah.
look at Nick. He's got his hands in his face.
I'm crying. No. I'm crying. No, I'm
what
not.
Are you laughing at?
I got a text in from our buddy Chuck. It's a great comp. Freddie Mercury was was the comp for Mr. Negadelphia. If you're watching on the Twitter X platform or YouTube, Mr. Negadelphia's got a
Mercury.
Mr. Negadelphia has a caterpillar across his lip, his top lip. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. I know we were talking about talk, but I couldn't hold it in.
Oh yeah, how could
Did
you?
you ever see the show Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, guess what, PJ? No one's gonna recognize you out there.
That's right, man. Incognito out here. Nobody knows.
How long did it take you to grow that mustache?
Believe it or not, about 4 days.
Are you? No, come on, for real?
Listen, I'm Italian. You should see the way this thing grows. I swear. I'll show you my mustaches. They look like they just started. I'm coming out like, you know what I mean? You give me a week, and I'm going to have it out the year. You know what I mean? We're going to be
if you're listening
Freddie
on the
Mercury.
radio, if you're listening on the radio, I will tweet out a picture of the mustache from Mr. Negadelphia and the comp to Freddie Mercury.
Scott Lawton? He looks like Lawton a little bit.
A little bit. That's great.
Oh
That's
my
awesome.
God. PJ, what game when you leave here? When we get off the show, you guys are gonna go down to the tables. What's the game you're playing?
So, all right, we've been playing a lot of Mississippi Stud, okay? But
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, but truth be told, we're out here, we're hitting up the slot machines, and we're hitting them hard. You know what I mean?
Really? You're doing slots?
Last night, they had to stop the floor 3 times to pay us out. So we're taking it to them out here, all right? We're taking it to them.
Are you with the belts? You just keep ringing. Everybody's looking at you.
If we got people around us, they're staring at what would happen.
Did you have to have a Brinks? Did you have to have a Brinks truck?
Yeah, basically, if they didn't have checks, they would have had to have bring in some serious cash.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we did good, man. And we got more to come.
Oh, you'll be getting a phone call from me on Monday.
I'm going to send you guys some pictures every time.
PJ, as always, man, we love it. We love you, and good luck out there. Have fun. Return home safe, and we'll talk to you next Saturday. Hey, by the way, next weekend is Memorial Weekend.
Yes, and you guys are going to the I got you guys tickets on the 28th for the Phillies, by the way. Don't forget.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, I got you guys a box.
Also, real quick, the Preakness is today. Who do you like? You're going to bet on that, I'm sure.
Everybody's saying journalist. I don't. Look, I don't like the favors. I go long ball. You know what I mean? The one nobody else is picking. I'm going. What's the best odds for a win? I'll take the one that's in the worst situation.
That's good. All right, Mr. Negadelphia, we got to run. Love you, buddy. Talk to you next Saturday.
Take it easy, boys.
Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, sponsored by the Vassar Pool Service. Not happy with your pool, people? Call Vassar Pool Service, 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room say that's the Vassar Pool Service, 609-204-6939. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game, let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Let me tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann & Associates, 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma, whether commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce, financing, or more. The professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein and Nick Earnshaw on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday's show, we'll take a look back at the Phillies weekend against the Pirates. Where do the Phillies go now with Aaron Nola on the injured list? We'll discuss with Mike McGarry, plus Football at 4 with Jeff Mosher. And we'll take a look at all the possible Sixers scenarios as they own the third pick. That's all, Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
What? All the budget has to be used now? And we can use all the media buy?
Javier's marketing firm just got its dream funding.
Okay, ideas. Bobbleheads. No. T-shirt cannon. I seriously need some help here.
He needs to find marketing managers who are worth every dollar.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Sponsoring a job on Indeed gives it a visibility boost, so you can hire faster. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Dave, branch manager with Viking Pest Control. From manting your kitchen to mosquitoes in your yard or termites threatening your home, Viking has customized solutions for you. Trust our local experts to handle the pests so you can have peace of mind. Learn more at VikingPest.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Hi, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Nick Earnshaw. We just had Freddie Mercury on. He looks just like him.
Mr. Knight, if you are watching on the YouTube or the Twitter X platform, we had just had Mr. Negadelphian on. You can always go rewatch as well at Locker Room 973. He's got a caterpillar on the top of his lip, and
It's had 4 days to grow it. It looks like he's had it for his whole life.
That would take me about 4 weeks to grow. My gosh.
That is too funny, man. 609-403-0973. We stopped kind of giving out the text board number, but if you want to chime in, 609-403-0973.
I do have a couple of text messages that did come in regarding the Eagles' schedule here, Billy. So Andrew in Summers Point chimes in. He says 2 losses, Bills and Washington. One of the Washington games. He says, love listening during my shift. Have a great day.
That's awesome. 609-403. What's that?
2 losses.
Yeah, well, I got you know who that is? You know what? I talked to Joe Lenigan, one of my great advertisers. He's been with me for a long time. We love Joe Lenigan, but he's the ultimate optimist.
Yeah.
Every single year, I ask him, Joe, what's the Eagles' record going to be this year? You know what he says? Oh, 17. He said 17-0 this year. He said 16-1 last year.
Why? That's a little too optimistic.
diehard Eagles. He loves the Birds.
Too optimistic.
He's the ultimate optimist.
Yep. All right, ready? Jeff and OC chimes in. Eagles 11-5 wild card. Washington wins the division. No team has
Washington wins the division.
Yeah, because no team has won back-to-back in about 20 years.
That's going to end.
Jeff in Ocean City with that one.
609-403-0973. What's the Eagles' record, and who are they going to lose to? What game are they going to lose? Definitely.
I think I don't think they're going to lose.
I'm not going to say definitely they're going to lose the Cowboys, but if I
now if you go, they're not going to lose, right?
If I go, they're not losing.
But I think they'll lose probably to Kansas City. I think they lose to Kansas City week 2. That's on the road. Second week. I know they have the extra couple of days.
I don't think it would bother the Eagles fans. No. That's a hard game.
They beat them in the Super Bowl.
Right, they beat them in the Super Bowl.
Who cares?
So last year they started, 2-2.
Yeah.
The year before that they were 5-0. The year before that they were 5-0.
2-3. They started last year 2-3.
2-3. The year before that they were 5-0. The year before that they were 5-0.
Yes.
The year before that they were 2-3.
Yes.
And the year before that they were 1-3-1.
Yes.
So 3 out of the 5 years, the last 5 years, they had a slow start.
Yeah, but that's not notorious. That's not a great word for that.
All right, so maybe I used the wrong vernacular.
Yeah. I would change the vernacular on there.
Could I say it like this? The Eagles really don't get off to fast starts.
They
for the most part.
They didn't last year. Right. So based off last year.
Well, based off the last 5 years, and we just said it. They 3 out of the 5 years
they were under 500.
But the two times they did it. They were 5-0.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
So pretty dang good.
So maybe all right. So maybe it holds true to form. Then they do have a quick start. They do have a good start this year.
Yeah,
but they just come off a Super Bowl win though.
They have a tough schedule. I mean, I think it's the 4th hardest schedule.
By the way,
in the league.
I want to give a shout out to Chris and Jeff, Mr. Met. They're down at Playland listening to the show right now. And Mr. Met, obviously the Mets, they're playing the Yankees.
Subway
by the way,
Series.
the Mets got a tough 3 weeks here.
Yeah,
they play. I think they play the Dodgers, right?
I believe so. Yes,
they play the Yankees, and
Yankees won last night, and that was Juan Soto's return.
Boy, did you see him?
They turned their back on him. All the fans in right field turned the back on Juan Soto.
There's a guy that you'd love to have, but you hate when he's on the other team.
Yeah,
I can't stand Juan. I can't stand him. Soto.
I know you don't. Well, did you see the New York Knicks moved on?
Yes.
Ugh. It's gross.
Well, it's better than the Celtics.
I don't know.
It's only because of the Villanova guys.
Yeah, but I can't stand the Knicks fans.
Well, I don't. This has nothing to do with the fans.
They're out there parading
Well,
down.
you think the Boston Celtic fans are any better?
No, but do you see them parading down after winning a series down New York
They haven't
Street?
won anything in such a long time.
I don't feel any pain.
When did they win the last NBA championship? Way before '83.
In the 70s.
Yeah, I was going to say, man.
By the way, the Sixers, there's only 3 teams in the Eastern Conference that now have a longer drought. Because the Knicks now have, gotten to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Hornets never made the Eastern Conference Finals. The Wizards, I believe, it was 1979 the last time they made the Eastern Conference Finals, and the 76ers are third since 2001.
By the way, didn't you say that Daryl Morey should be in the Hall of Fame?
I didn't say should be in the, but
here's a guy that's never went. He's
got a real shot.
He goes, oh, what reality does this guy live in? Oh, I've never been in the draft before. I've never had a losing season. He's never won anything, Nick. He hasn't won a thing.
But as an executive, he's made
moves. I got to tell you young guys, you're just not. You're just not.
He should be criticized because there's moves he's made that have not worked out.
Nick, you can't give everybody a trophy, Nick.
I'm not giving everybody a trophy. Oh, you're telling me. You're telling me. Give everyone a trophy. Give me a break.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Go down there, say hello to Jason and Will and JM. They do a great job. I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. We love La Scala's. They opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza and their daily specials. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're located in 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk with the fast lane handicapper himself, Jeffrey Nash. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Y'all are saying biscuits aren't as good as bagels for breakfast sandwich? The biscuit is better.
Cece, no,
the biscuit is better.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Y'all are having the wrong. I don't know who making y'all biscuits. Y'all are all off. Like, if you got a biscuit as the vehicle for the breakfast sandwich, I'll take that 10 times out of 10 over a bagel.
What?
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Hey, Nick Earnshaw here. Is your driveway or parking lot cracked, faded, or just looking worn out? Give it new life with R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. For over 14 years, they've been protecting driveways and parking lots with top-quality seal coating that lasts. Their expert team uses premium materials to seal, protect, and enhance your asphalt curb appeal and add years of durability. Don't wait for costly repairs. Call R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating at 609-513-4375 for your free estimate. R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. Seal today to last tomorrow.
Memorial Day savings are here at the Home Depot. So take your kitchen to the next level with up to 35% off, plus up to an extra $450 off select appliances like LG. Plan your get-togethers with an LG refrigerator you can count on for years to come at the Home Depot. And with the connected ThinQ app, you'll know if the door is left open and when to change the filter. Spend less time worrying this Memorial Day with savings on LG, America's most reliable appliance brand at the Home Depot. Offer valid May 15th through June 4th, U.S. only. See store or online for details.
We're famous for our buffalo wings. The Piccalilli. When it comes to cooking wings, we're the king. The Piccalilli.
On game day, don't wing it. Take the trip to the Pick, South Jersey's king of the wing. Try their award-winning wings, tails, and ears in mild, spicy, or hot, or signature flavors like garlic parm, hot honey, Jim Beam maple, and more. For eat-in or takeout, get your chicken wing fix on Route 206 at the Piccalilli Inn. Join the flock. Follow them on Facebook for events and game day specials.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schweim, Nick Earnshaw. I love this song. Influenza.
It's a Police classic.
Yeah, man. All right, a couple weeks ago when I was in Orlando, you guys were broadcasting live at the Down and Derby Wine Festival.
A lot of fun.
You had the Fast Lane handicapper Jeffrey Nash on with you live, and then, of course, you had Commissioner Lou Capelli sit with you, so you had a great show lined up. And you also interviewed Tony Black, Hall of Fame jockey, and he hit the trifecta.
That's unreal. Unreal that he hit that. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
These three races: the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont. If you win the Kentucky Derby, your horse should automatically have to run in the next race unless there's an injury. Sovereignty's not running right now.
Yeah,
but we're going to talk with my next guest. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room from FastlaneHandicapper.com, Jeffrey Nash. Good morning, Jeffrey.
Hey, Billy, good morning. How's everybody doing
All
today?
right, Jeff, I listened to you guys when I was in Orlando. You guys did a fabulous job, and just hearing you interact with Tony Black was cool because you have such an appreciation for this sport and for the people that participate in it. It was a great listen.
Yeah, Tony Black has run 35,000 races. Can you imagine that?
Wow. And you know what, Jeff, you know what he said that I thought was pretty interesting? How people think you're just sitting on a horse riding. He said, you got to be in great shape to do that.
Yeah, the jockeys are the strongest athlete per inch in America. They are so strong, and they have a very dangerous job. Tony Black was the best. In Philadelphia Park, then Parks, he was the best.
He started off at the Garden State Racetrack, Jeff.
Oh, man. I have great memories of the Garden State Racetrack and Tony Black riding some of the great horses in New Jersey history.
All right, Jeffrey Nash, I want to get your opinion on this because this is not the first time. We've had you on now for like 3 or 4 or 5 years handicapping the races because you do that for FastlaneHandicapper.com, your great website that is for the average horse racing fan, it's an easy read. You can go on there and see why you like the horses you like, and it's a very detailed explanation. But you don't overdo it. You know what I mean? But what I want to ask you is, I want your opinion on this. I want to see a Triple Crown, and it seems like these horses the last couple of years that win the first leg of the Triple Crown, the Kentucky Derby, they sit out the Preakness. If you win, you should automatically have to be in that next race unless you're hurt.
Well, you talk to the trainers and the owners and trainers for Sovereignty. These are the top trainers and owners in the world, really. They are concerned about the longevity of the horse. So to bring a horse back, especially one that runs a grueling race in a 1.25 mile Kentucky Derby, I appreciate their concern for the horse. Maybe racing needs to extend the time between the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, that would motivate the owners and the trainers to bring the horse back for that Triple Crown. But Billy, to your point, and I completely agree with you, the Triple Crown races is what attracts the average sports fan. And if you want to keep the average sports fan interested in horse racing, you have to make the circumstances attractive to the owners to bring the horses back to run in a Triple Crown race. That did not happen this year, but I have to say I do appreciate the care that these owners are giving.
Yeah, but Jeffrey, just like the young producer that I associate myself with over here, they want to give everybody trophies. The youth movement on Sundays, they do the same thing. You want to create some buzz. The sport is losing viewers. It's not as popular as it once was. And why is that? Because the Triple Crown meant, like, they didn't hold the horses back. They went for it. But how long did these horses? If you win the Triple Crown, they basically put you in the past. They make you a stud anyway, right?
If you win the Kentucky Derby, you probably have the same stud fee. But yeah.
So why don't you go for it?
Because 2 weeks. The 2 weeks for a racehorse is tough. It's very tough. It's as if you were playing triple header in baseball. You have so much of athletic talent that can carry you to greatness, but there's also the practical injuries that occur when you're coming back too quickly or playing too often. So in order to enhance the sport, you need to have a serious Triple Crown races.
Exactly.
And that may mean extending the time between the Derby and the Preakness. I support that to protect the horse and to create the buzz that you're talking about.
All right, but Jeffrey, Nick, Nick just told me. What did you say, Nick?
Well, this year's Kentucky Derby averaged 17.7 million viewers on NBC and Peacock, and the peak viewership was 21.8 million. That's the most since 1989.
All right, so here's the point, though. Jeffrey, there were more tracks like 30 years ago. There were like horse racing. Like I used to go over the Guard State racetrack all the time, but I can't even do that anymore. I don't know. Atlantic City, I don't even know if that is open anymore.
No, not
so
anymore.
I mean, the sport is kind of taking a hit, and it's because we're not getting the big stories. You know what I mean? You got a Triple Crown guy. So say if Sovereignty was running this race and he wins, could you imagine the buzz for the Belmont?
Oh, it would be enormous. Any Triple Crown possibility attracts the viewers like no other sport, and it's very important. The sport has changed. There are not as many fans coming out to the track, and in part that's because most of the betting is done online now. So do you remember the days of the old OTB office? Even Favorites in Blackwood closed down because Freehold, the racetrack where they had the license, has closed down. But I will say that betting, the numbers of betting, the dollars being bet across the world, not just the United States, has risen significantly over the years. But it is so important to attract the average sports fan, the average gambler that will go to the casino and spend the night. You need to attract that person to the track. The Triple Crown races is the vehicle to do that. So they have to make the changes to make it more attractive to run these horses in all three races.
We're talking with the Fastlane handicapper, Jeffrey Nash. You can go to FastlaneHandicapper.com. Check out his predictions there. By the way, every time I'm over at Louie's house, our good buddy Lefty Louie, he's in his big TVs. He's got races from all over the country, all over the world, and he's betting on them.
Well, Lefty Louie and I now do a podcast.
I love it.
If you go on to the www.FastlaneHandicapper.com, it has a link to the Lefty Lou podcast. And I will say this about Lefty Lou. He is an outstanding handicapper. He hit the exacta in the Derby. I think last year he hit a big exacta or a trifecta in one of the three big races. He knows his stuff. So,
he's got to put more than 50 cents down. All right, Jeffrey.
I think it's more than 50 cents.
All right, Jeffrey. Let's talk about the 150th running of the Preakness. Tell us the three horses that you really like.
Yeah, the three horses I like, and I'll throw a fourth in there because this is such an interesting race. It is very competitive. And while you don't have Sovereignty running or Tis Tacta or Baeza, some of the finishers in the Kentucky Derby, This is a very compelling race because there are side stories to virtually all the horses. The horse that I do like, though, is the horse that was the favorite in the Kentucky Derby and is going to be the odds-on favorite here. On paper, looks unbeatable, and that is the number 2 horse, Journalism. Journalism was purchased as a yearling for $825,000. His sire is the great Curlin. There's nothing not to like about this horse except the stretch drive in the Kentucky Derby. Ran a competitive race, finished second to Sovereignty, but unlike his prior 4 races before the Derby, his final stretch drive, that final quarter time, was slower than any other race in his history and could not keep up with Sovereignty. But coming back here, no Sovereignty. Doesn't look like there is that kind of competition that can go toe-to-toe with him. So on paper, I think it's Journalism up winning this race.
Journalism looks like the horse. Lefty Lou likes Journalism as well, and that was a muddy track. What are the conditions going to be like today? It's kind of rainy here right now. I don't know. Down in Pimlico, that's in Baltimore, right?
Yeah, I think the track's going to be fine. They upgraded the track this morning from muddy to good, and there's no rain in the forecast. So by the time this race runs at about 7 o'clock tonight, I expect it's going to be a fast track. So conditions, I do not believe, will be a factor in this race.
We're talking with the FastlaneHandicapper.com. Jeffrey Nash, you can go to his website, thefastlanehandicapper.com. And, of course, you have all the breakdowns there with this race. Now, when is the Belmont? How far? That's like 4 or 5 weeks away, or is it for 3 weeks?
No, 3 weeks away.
3 weeks away, right.
Again in June. Yep.
Now, are you going to be watching the race with Lefty Lou today?
No, I am lucky enough to have my grandsons with me, Eddie and Bryce, future handicappers. I give them a shout out. They're listening right now.
Awesome.
With my wife, Krista, and they're having a great time, and so we'll be watching the race. It should be fun.
Hey, Jeffrey, you guys did a great job when you were at the Down and Derby Wine Festival, and I know it was a great success for you guys.
Yeah, the wine. It turned out we were concerned about the weather, but it turned out to be a very nice day. We had thousands of people come from all over the Delaware Valley,
dressed up, right? The girls had their nice big hats on, and you guys were drinking mint juleps.
We were drinking more than mint juleps, but they had all the New Jersey wineries set up shop, and they were giving taste testing of their different wines. They were selling bottles of wine. The reports back from the wineries was that they did extremely well with sales that day. Everyone was having a great time. And then, of course, the big race, which was very exciting down the stretch between 2 of the best horses in the world, going toe-to-toe. Could not have been a more perfect day.
Nothing better than a photo finish, right, Jeffrey?
Yeah, the only thing better than that photo finish was if my horse was on it.
One day, you and Lefty Louie will have a horse in the Derby. If what's his name? Who's the right fielder for the? If Jason Worth can get a horse in the race, you guys can too.
Yeah, Jason Worth. I don't know if you saw the series on Netflix. It highlighted Jason Worth and his journey with his horse Dornock that ended up not only running in the Derby but won the Belmont Stakes.
Yeah,
it's a great show, and it gives a little peek into the ownership of these horses, from some of the elite owners to the retired right fielder for the Phillies.
I got to tell you, Jeffrey, there's something about horse racing especially these 3. And I know you love the sport, but these 3 races for the average fan, it brings out the pageantry. It's a celebration of a little bit of Americana, if you will.
It is, and what's really the networks, of course, play out these stories really well. You have in this race Bob Baffert, who's won 25% of the Preaknesses since he won his first in 1997, but he had been suspended for steroids found in the horse, the blood tests for the horse. So he was suspended for 3 years. He comes back. He has a long shot in this race. You have the Journalism, of course. And then you have on the 3-horse American Promise, an 89-year-old trainer, Wayne Lucas, who has won 7 prior Preaknesses, has won $300 million in purses. And here he comes in last year as an 88-year-old trainer. He won the Preakness, but he's the gray.
Yeah.
So you have all these great storylines, long shots, and coming together to go head-to-head against each other, and it makes it for a very exciting race.
Well, Jeffrey Nash, I want to thank you so much. We really look forward to your handicapping of these races, and we'll talk to you right before the Belmont.
Yeah, thanks, Billy. Thanks, guys. Good luck betting today.
All right, thank you very much. There he is, Jeffrey Nash on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline, handicapping the race. Who do you like, Nick?
I picked journalism last time. I'm going to pick journalism again to win it. Yeah, I'm going journalism. I picked it. He came in second last time, and I'm picking him again.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to during the break. I'm going to read up on these two horses that I want to read up on, and then I'll give you my prediction. All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors is named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big race. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Say hello to Will, Jason, JM. All right, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and seems to fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, Nikki will wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Nicky Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein from The Locker Room. Pro Image Sports is proud to announce the opening of their brand new Ocean City Boardwalk store, located between 8th and 9th Street. They carry a huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' jerseys, clothing, headwear, and novelties from brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. If you're looking for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, or Sixers gear, or your favorite national team, Pro Image Sports has it all. For more information, stop by today or follow them online at fantreasures.com or on Instagram at ProImageOC. Tell them The Locker Room sent you.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
With GMF financing, qualified buyers excludes Traverse and Corvette excludes prior sales.
It's Bennett Chevrolet's Memorial Day blowout with prices that won't be beat. That's right, Bennett Chevrolet selling new Chevys at GM supplier employee prices. And you keep all the rebates, saving you as much as 20%. Who else can make an offer this good? Nobody. That's who. Get to Bennett Chevy's Memorial Day blowout all this month and save up to 20% on new vehicles with GM supplier employee pricing. And you keep all the rebates. Plus, you'll save even more with Bennett's available 0% financing. And if you're looking for your best deal on pre-owned, Bennett's paying a minimum $10,000 for any trade, no matter the mileage or condition. You'll get at least 10 grand towards any pre-owned. Imagine how much more Bennett pays for a good trade. And there's no need to negotiate. Never any haggles or hassles, because our non-commissioned sales team is paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Together, let's drive. Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Nick Earnshaw. I love my Teos.
Oh.
Get up to Toms River. Go see Huey or John. They'll hook you up. I see the cars everywhere, Nick.
I know. Ever since you got to Teos, I see Teos is everywhere.
Smooth ride, great pickup. All right, listen, Nick, ready? Here's my three horses. I like American Promise. I like Journalism to come in second, and my long shot is Citizens Bull.
Okay.
All right?
I like it.
I like that.
By the way, we have a text coming in.
All right.
From Mr. Met.
Mr. Met, Jeff Dowling.
Yo, remind that local Yahoo Billy Homer Schwein that he still owes a lunch.
I do. Maybe, you know what? I got the AG with me. We'll go to Blitz's. We'll get a sandwich.
There
We'll
you
bring it
go.
over. We'll eat on the, they have picnic tables now set up in the middle of Playland.
Yeah.
You're going to have your lunch there while watching people going up and getting shot up at the double shot and all that other stuff.
Gonna go get Mr. Met some lunch.
Yeah,
Remember we had to sing the song?
I'll get Dave.
That was my fault.
Dave Newman down there at Blitz's to make him a nice juicy sandwich.
What kind of sandwich?
You got to get down to Blitz's, man. They got that freshly squeezed orange juice.
That time of year.
Mention the locker room. Get $1
off.
Yeah, liquid sunshine, man. 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Great show today, Nicky Earnshaw.
Oh, it was fun. Great
Nick,
show.
We miss Dave Klemick.
We do.
Did
we love Clement.
Did he send a text message in?
He sent a YouTube comment in. He was laughing at the Negadelphian for looking like Freddie Mercury, Bob's Burgers with that caterpillar.
It looks like, you know
across
what, I
his
hate
lip.
to say it looks like a 70s, one of those dark movies. Jeremy, whatever his guy's name is.
Listen, it was a look, that's for sure. It was a look.
Hey, what time did the Phillies first pitch today?
6:05 start for the Fightins today. Zach Wheeler.
4-1 Zach Wheeler. He's got his ERA, what?
2.95.
2.95. And I like to see the Phillies get a nice big win. I like to see Bryce Harper with that new haircut.
The buzz cut.
Yeah, it looks great.
That's
By the way,
Sirianni
he
did.
walked by me yesterday, and he didn't make it. He didn't even look at me. Like you could see, guys.
He big timed you.
I would no. He's the big. No, he's allowed to. That's him.
That's allowed to.
It's when Tocchet tries to big time me. That's when we have a problem.
That's when we have a problem. By the way, I'll be on the porch tomorrow with Mike Gill.
What do you mean?
Doug Stasic, a little stream.
What's on the porch?
Phillies watch along tomorrow.
Nice. I like the concept.
Yeah, a little watch along.
What's that? Start at 6:05 with the.
Tomorrow will be 1:35, I believe.
Oh, so you do it in the afternoon?
Skeens and Abel.
Oh, that's on. That's
on
right.
Sunday.
On Sunday.
Tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
1:35 start.
Oh, I like that. We'll have to set that up. Give you guys a plug tomorrow.
Yeah.
What else? How about we get the Toronto Maple Leafs got to win? I'm pulling.
Game
By the way,
7
how
for
about
Chief.
Biz? I tried to get Biz on my show this week.
Oh, trying to get
Biz and
Biz.
that.
We had Biz on last year.
We had him on, but he's funny, man. He's hysterical.
He's got one of those stats. What has he got? Like the goatee, right?
He doesn't look good with that mustache either. But I'll get him on. I'll keep pursuing him, because
We'll get Biz.
I texted him twice. He never got back to me. This weekend's busy. He's been in Atlanta all week.
Yeah.
So he gets a pass.
He does TNT.
But, I want to say Rick Tocchet and I were good friends, and it was really cool, the reception I got. And hopefully we get to see a lot more of Rick. We'll get him in here in the studio,
Yep.
and we'll have a lot of fun. We'll play that game with him and Chief.
Yeah,
we'll
that'll be great.
Trivia questions. Like
How about that?
They'll be very competitive with that.
Absolutely.
All right, Nikki, I want to thank you as always for doing a yeoman's work, doing a great job. I want to thank Jeffrey Nash from the FastLaneHandicapper.com. I recommend going to the website before you pick your horses. FastlaneHandicapper.com. I want to thank P.J. Corda, Mr. Negadelphia. Tomorrow on the program, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green, brought to you by Blitz's Markets. Check it out there, and also play the Weston Wilson interview and a whole lot more. Plus our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran McLaughlin. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with a Schweider. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody.